Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing for Honor Beta on the AMD Radeon RX 470, 4GB for FPS monitoring. This time I won't be using cam due to easy anti-cheat, the anti-cheat software solution this game uses, so I'll be using MSI Afterburner instead. So for Honor closed beta, I'll do 1080p, 1440p and 4K. To skip any of those sections of the video, check the description below. So for 1080p, I'm going to be using first the maximum settings, then I'll tweak some stuff, and you'll see that I'm having trouble to hit 60 frames per second. Well, pro tip, disable dynamic reflections, because on AMD cards it seems that the reflections hit harder on the frame rate than on the NVIDIA cards for some reason. So for 60 frames per second on 1080p, just disable dynamic reflections. Then at 1440p I disabled dynamic reflections and some other settings, and I was able to be over 60 frames per second. And finally at 4K it was impossible to hit 60 frames per second, so I targeted a little over 30 frames per second. That's why I didn't tweak it that much. But now I'm going to explain you some of the settings in the graphics options menu, so you know what to tweak. So for the graphics options menu, the important settings you should care about: first, anti-aliasing. We have off, FXAA, SMAA and TAA. I suggest using FXAA if you are having performance issues with the other ones. TAA was the most demanding one from the three of them. Then geometric detail was a smaller FPS boost, but I suggest using high or below. So for texture quality I use high, even the 2GB graphics cards were able to use that no problem. Then dynamic shadows, this is a very demanding setting. If you have, I don't know, a 750 Ti, I suggest using low dynamic shadows, since from medium to low there's like a 10 FPS hit, which is quite significant. If you have a, I don't know, a 1050 Ti, maybe high is the best option. Then for environmental detail I suggest using medium, since on high you have displacement mapping, so that will be a big FPS hit on older cards too. So medium doesn't look bad at all, so I suggest using that. You will have grass. It won't be the highest quality, but it will look good enough. Then for ambient occlusion we've got off, HBAO plus and MHBAO, which I was kind of disappointed here. I was expecting to have SSAO2 or something like that, or SSBC like the other Ubisoft games, but it wasn't there. We only have HBAO plus and MHBAO. If you have an NVIDIA card, HBAO plus is a better option. I suggest turning this off. It's like a 10 FPS hit. Personally, I don't think it's worth it if you are below 60 frames per second. Then we have dynamic reflections. This is a very demanding setting. On the 1050 Ti, for example, I was only able to use it if I play at 900p or below that. And for lower end cards like a 750 Ti, I had to turn it off even at 720p. And finally, we have super sampling anti-aliasing, which is a very demanding anti-aliasing option. I suggest using this if you have a very powerful GPU, a GTX 1060, or you want to play at 720p or 900p. Enable super sampling anti-aliasing and you'll be fine. But one thing I found missing in this options menu is the temporal filtering that most Ubisoft games had. This one doesn't have it. I don't know what's up with that. It was a great FPS boost on all the games I tested that at. So here it's missing. Maybe in the final game they will add it, but it's nowhere to be found. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
You captured Zone A. You lost Zone C. You capture Zone A. lost Zone A. Lost Zone C. You captured Zone A. You lost Zone A. You captured Zone A. Lost Zone A. You captured Zone C. You lost Zone C. Zone A. You lost Zone A. You captured Zone C. You lost Zone A. You captured Zone A. You lost Zone C. You lost Zone A. You captured Zone A. You captured Zone C. You lost Zone A. You captured Zone A.